If you caught a man breaking into your house one night, what creative, but non-lethal, things would you do to ensure justice is served? I talk to him, draw him into a weird friendship with me, have some drinks, we become friends, he gets me, and I get him, we decide to break into someone else's house, that person shoots us both dead. In the morning, the cops come, and I escape in one of their uniforms. I tell the robber to meet me in Mexico, but I go to Canada. I don't trust them. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son and he's the chief of police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell the robber to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero. They've been waiting for me all these years. They've never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Berlin. That's where I stash the chandelier. Is this a reference, or are you making this up on the spot? Either way, it's brilliant. I read that in Dwight's voice. I go to Spain. That's where I stash the chandelier. Waterboarding with lemonade and Tabasco. I also had a hot sauce idea, but it involved the last dab hot sauce. One splash to the face, and they'd hate life. I got her to admit to stuff she never did. Nap man. A source of a lower capsaicin content can be more painful due to numerous factors, usually flavor or lack thereof. If you want something that's painful in every regard, heat, smell, taste, you gotta go with Dab-Bomb. The last dab hot sauce, nothing compared to military grade ox spray. TLD is like 2 million. Ock is 3 to 6 million. Pure capsaicin is 15 million. Pretty sure waterboarding is excessive in this scenario, although it did only say non-lethal. Handcuff him to a chair, gag him, stick some headphones in his ears, and make him listen to Yoko Ono's live concert from her 80th birthday celebration for 48 hours straight. After that, pour honey and molasses on him, drag him into the woods, break both his knees, and then tell him that, while he's laying there being eaten by ants, flies, etc., he better think of a way to get up and move, because I'm letting my wolf hybrids out in an hour, and if they find him, whatever happens. Come on dude, Op said non-lethal. Don't make them listen to Yoko Ono. I'd start describing my life until they finally lose the will to live. No, it's okay, you can take the phone. I don't really use it much anyway, except for Reddit. It's how I spend most of my waking life. Do you like memes? Misread that as wanking life. Now in this, I also want Op follow the guy around and just describe everything in his house that has been used for something sexually depraved. That is the funniest thing I have heard all day. Lol, sounds like me. I would have an already installed surround sound system that is connected to a silent alarm. Let's say this home intruder enters through a window and triggers the alarm. A few seconds later the sound system would play a clip of somebody cocking a shotgun and chuckling softly to themselves. Then you could project footsteps, and with the surround speakers make it seem like there are footsteps moving through the house. If that doesn't make them leave, then they are welcome to come upstairs and get shot for real. Force him to watch cringe Minecraft kid YouTubers. I was proudly a cringe kid Minecraft YouTuber. I aspired to be one. Ended up working 6 days a week at McDonald's and streaming Borderlands 2 on Twitch at 2 in the morning. I ate peanut butter pretzels while commentating a video once. It's a nightmare to listen to. I think that violates the Geneva Conventions. Turn all the lights off and crawl around the house like Gollum, coughing, talking nonsense. Loudly, of course. He must know I've been corrupted by the One Ring and he shouldn't be in my cave. You can hire me to do that. My friends say I have a fantastic Gollum impression and the only compensation I ask is to eat any freshly dead rabbits or intruders you have outside or in your house. I'll grab the nearest laser pointer and point it at the intruder's crotch. He's gotta prepare for his junk to be utterly destroyed by 4 adorable kittens and whatever other cats happen to be in the house. That made me laugh more than anything else I've seen on Reddit. Bruh, why did you stop the thread? You can't just mention 4 adorable kittens and not have pictures. The Bible is very specific on killing people. However, it is somewhat fuzzy on the subject of kneecaps. So now they are crawling away and warning their criminal friends about my kneecap-high automated turret defense system that consists of cameras and me with whatever ranged weapon I seem to have at the time. He must have ignored the signs I have. I guess he's seen second-hand lions. Take his shoes off and lock him in a dark room with Legos all over the floor. I kinda feel bad for him already. Don't forget to glue the Lego to the floor, or he can sweep them away for clean place. If you can make it down the hallway with the lights out and no shoes, you're free to go. What if the floor is made out of Legos? The handle of my door to my room can be taken off. My door goes into the room and is very stiff, so the handle has to be on to open. If I take it off, I'm very safe, and so is all my stuff. And to get justice would unleash my army of spiders on them. That went from 0 to 100 really quickly. High power laser pointer or handful of chili powder to the eyes. Can't steal what you can't see. Knife to the back of the knee or the Achilles. Can't get away. Couple of rusty nails in the armpit. Long recovery time. Hopefully some tetanus or septicemia. Good old rolling pin hammer to the teeth. Put Legos all over the floor and watch him painfully walk over them barefoot. My husband has said since the 90s, you haven't lived until you have stepped on a micromini at 5 AM. Feeling sad today. Hope you are not kind stranger. All the best. I have this stuff I clean my contacts with. It's called Clear Care. Part of its composition is hydrogen peroxide. I accidentally got it into my eyes once, and it is a hellish pain. I would just squirt some of it into his eyes. Why, hello, new boyfriend. My last 3 got away on me. But, this time I remembered to soundproof that room and hide the keys real good. Oh, by the way, does this rag smell like chloroform to you? I would install speakers around my house and have them giggle like a little girl, and when he gets to a certain point of time tell him to turn around to see me with the knife smiling maniacally. I wouldn't use the knife, but you get the point. I'd catch him by the toe. If he hollered, I'd let him go. Yeah, but what if your mommy told you to pick the very best one, and he was not it? No, you make him pay $50 every day. I'd spread banana peels around my house. Then when he is down, hit him with a red turtle shell. I actually got a blue one at home from the Mario Kart 8 Special Iron. Would totally wreck that guy. Catch him and force him to watch the same How It's Made episode over and over again. I know this is torture, because I have had to endure it. Soap and pottery over and over and over again. The remote was nowhere to be found. Breaking their kneecaps, probably. To be more serious, I'd probably try to distract them until police is there, or lock them in some way, so they can't get out. Depends on what the man got with him. Catch him with a net, and make him call the police on himself, while you poke him with a stick. Make him hold up a sign saying what he did, and post it on Facebook pet shaming style. If you hear an intruder, just go to the kitchen, grab some pots, and start banging them together, and make sounds like a gorilla or some sort of wild creature. They will for sure get scared and might leave. Take his shoes off, handcuff him to a treadmill standing up, soak his socks, turn the treadmill on a walking speed, continue to soak his socks until the police arrive. The man walks into the kitchen. Suddenly the lights turn on. Standing on the opposite end of kitchen is Chris Hansen of To Catch a Predator. He wants to have auto vertical bar. Creative. Surround him in bedrock. Why not barriers about 20 blocks high? It doesn't specify if commands are on or not. I would trap him in my basement, and when he gets tired and wants to go to sleep, I'll put a fly in the room that I've also been keeping captive in a glass cup. Tie him down, tape his eyes open, and make him watch Justin Bieber's Baby on repeat. I'm pretty sure you're just describing Guantanamo Bay. I'd cut off his finger. SW, a North African crude short sword my uncle brought me from Algeria in the 80s, and that I keep in a bucket near my door. Force him to eat everything he touched in my house. Naturally most things he touched would be non-edible, so they'd have to be ground down into powder. I have a practice sword I bought at a medieval fair in the style of a Buster sword. I'd just put on the FF7 battle theme and go from there. Use the contraption Tom built in that one Tom and Jerry episode where it was just a complicated way for Tom to drop the safe on Jerry. I'd either hit in the head with a guitar or use a fire extinguisher in his face. Whilst he moaning in pain, I would call the cops. Knock them out and tie them up. Once they wake up, you put a speaker in front of them and start singing Klingon opera to them. I would shoot him repeatedly in the shins. I thought you said Sims for a second. XD. Fire blindly with a shotgun that shoots Legos. Oh lord, those 1 cube pieces. I've been practicing jiu-jitsu for a little bit, so I'd like to take him down. Hug him and thank him for breaking into my house, cause I now know someone knows I exist. I'd flirt with him, get him to sit down, and then sit on his lap and giggle a lot. I would introduce him to my ex, and put in a good word for him for good measure. Tie them down, play Aliazi rape intro hole tickling them at the same time. Force him to watch season 8 of Game of Thrones, on repeat. Hand him a big bowl of mayonnaise, but tell him it's vanilla pudding. Shoot him, but hide the body, so op can't prove that he's dead. Eat his will to live, and then eat his parents, then his dog, then Obama. Sneak up with my bagpipes, and start him up right in his ear. Follow him, find out where he lives, and burgle him back. Tape a monitor to his face, and go to all the shock sites. Make sweet tender love to him, in self-defense of course. Call the Duolingo bird saying he missed his Spanish lesson. Spread Legos around my floor and watch him try to escape. Tie him up, and call my sisters over to talk to him. Mix acid with Vaseline and smear it on the door handles. I would lock them in my closet because no windows. I'd mess him up with this wooden African dagger I have. Lego blocks on the floor, everywhere. I think you would like the movie Home Alone. I have too many guns to answer this. Cut his legs off with an assault rifle. All the stuff Kevin did in Home Alone. Get them to step on a Lego brick. I would make him clean my gutters. You can still live without eyes. Have you never watched Home Alone?